I know who I am, I know where I am, and I know what time it is. So this video is about how, well, for pretty much everybody, I am humanity. You know, there's a part of the organism that has this thing in them that wants to move forward. They know that they saw it a long time ago that maybe, a lot of Aries is this way. See, I'm the Aries rising. It's like, you know what? I am chomping at the bit now. And see, we're the first responders. We're the ones who kind of forge ahead, and we're like, oh, well, try it this way because we already made it. Maybe, we are the ones who takes a leap of faith. It's the ram. So the ram is jumping, using their head a lot, and getting it done for themselves, really. And it's not about anybody but themselves. And I didn't just say that they're a narcissist and they don't care. No, they're independent people, and people admire them when they do include other people. They help them up. They give them energy, and they say, right on, you did it yourself. you know Find out your interest. That's all we want, is this, is in general. Go general and stop thinking that you're not anything but just energy. It's about energy here. You have access, right? Or do you? How do you think you get it? You get it from the I am. Oh. Mm. Um, I am, and that's all. That is the all. And it's here. Take a deep breath. And really, I don't know about you, but just one breath is fine for me. Doing it consciously like that. God, don't you wish? I wish I can find sanctuary away from the restlessness that is the world that doesn't know how to really, they are deceived away from their real life. That is like, can you handle all of this energy right here, right now? No, it's best to fly off and go and fucking sit on a freeway for fucking 3 hours. And, you know, I don't hate people. I don't hate the people that work the government jobs. But you need to know that you have yet to wake up into your real life, the life that Jesus Christ says, no, there's a real life, and that life, babes, is now. Most people, hey, those people that are going to school too over there in the fake education system, working for the fake workforce over there, they are bent on thinking that there's a future. And the poor kids, because whenever they want to get into their body and they want to look outside and they want to learn something in the now, like that they can actually experience, they're called that they have ADD, or they just can't sit still. They can't pay attention to absolute fucking shit. Leave them alone, by the way. You need to fucking get a mind of your own. You need to fucking wake up. I can't believe it. Now, can you believe it? Because, see, my grandma didn't stay in a government job until, like, like you can't move anymore. Not really. She knew that, of course, there's the obvious that we all have to make money. Not anybody that chooses to talk about how their monies are going and how, well, no, you don't. I mean, that's not a real person who talks about what money is doing. Unless you really do talk about what money is doing, which it's a fucking backdrop system, babes. Money is what happens to a people or civilization who has been robbed of their own feet touching the ground. They have a gun pointed at their head and they say, we'll form you. Don't worry, we'll take care of you. Something makes them sick there and then says, no, we'll turn around, we'll take care of you. A lot of you people can't, especially, see, it's a bigger population out there that runs for money. I mean, it's almost like 100%, right? I say almost because it's like, babes, you don't have to have that mentality. Waking up means that you get out of it and you say, oh my God, no, it's about being loving to people and really caring for each and every minute interaction that you have with just the possibility that there could be a human being there. But I'm saying, hey, get a load of it, because after a while, babe, have you noticed anything about them? You can't say that everybody's a human being. A lot of our language and the way that we speak about things has to change, and it will. Because, well, more and more people are getting to a point of, like, the truth, godliness. It's just generational, and we don't stay asleep and in a state of running in a state of that fear, which is the mind orientation, who forgets completely after they've been traumatized by what? You want to talk about your shamanic guide over there called gunpowder and Jesus. They didn't shoot you, but would they have? Yeah, of course. Who was that person? That was a woman who said, excuse me, you're going to take my creative life away? For what? Now, why do you think that happened? What do you think was either attempting to make an offshoot and say, no, we have our society away from your healing grace and ability to just let the children play and let's summon the abundance of the universe. The real symbol behind the true gospel of Christ Jesus is a fish, not a cross. That cross is such a sad fucking thing, because this is where you are. There, capital T. Your heart. That's where, in science, scientifically, you're electrically hooked up to the plasmatic field, and you have to pump energy into your brains. Society is doing the opposite. Now, how does that happen? They stick you in your fucking fear head. By way of gunpowder, they want you to fucking do their fucking thing. And who's there? Babes. A lot of people love it, right? They love their life of run, myopic. And it's, man, I'm here to tell you, like and subscribe if you agree, say a comment, that are you one of these people super sensitive who, I don't know, maybe you were lucky enough to have people that maybe they were struggling with the same issues and they just kind of let go and they let you run as a child and you're figuring it out on your own, and they didn't put anything in your mind about money or about even the education system or even religion. I mean, I didn't just say that they don't have a radiation over it. Sometimes maybe they'll look at you and say, well, we all had to go through that. It'll pass. Or, well, see, the way that I know about Christ is that it's a feeling. It's a frequency found within, but something symbolically, Jesus, represents that. And whenever I heard my mom speaking just a little bit of it, she taught me the so-called Lord's Prayer, but really I see it as mantra now, and there is something to trying to translate what it's saying. What trips me out is that first that says, Our Father who art. Are you listening to the words who art? It says art here. In heaven, hallowed be thy name. Hallowed? Hallowed means that the name doesn't count, babes. You're looking at a shell. See, Christ said, look through me. Use me like as, and see, there's real words that Christ said. That book of hers, if you're reading the story of Christ Jesus and trying to get it's just a pamphlet, small, maybe 18 pages long. There's a shorter version that you can just sum it up because it's easy. This is supposed to be easy around here. And their disciples, her disciples, or whoever that followed around, who would be inspired to write books and things, maybe more on and translating the subject matter of everything. It's in all of that. It's not just one person who's going to be informing us, babes. You're going to have to put your shit together and create the whole puzzle piece and stop living so fragmented. I really wanted to come here to just You're gonna have to put up with that for a while. You're gonna see how that I'm an original person and I don't really stay the same. I do little things, I'll catch on and it'll be like a slogan and then it'll drop. Right? Remember that? And what else? There's another cool one that I say is cool thing is that when I start talking about talking and words and people who rely on that as really fake people. Because actions, this is the thing we've always heard, and it's never going to go away. Just keep repeating it and get somebody to look, get real on you. You put people on mute and you watch actions only. You watch, are they even present in your life? If they're not, forget it. Stop fucking listening to fucking shit out there that's not even in your immediate surroundings, keeping your own peace that you do, and they can't even appreciate that, and whatever, see, when Indian chief sees somebody going blah, 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 up into them, they really don't pay attention. I didn't just say that they hate them, they don't love them, they don't give them the time of day. No, they kind of look and say, well, they didn't soil themselves, and they seem to be kind of coherent. I'll just stay here, and I hope they get back to work to do whatever they need to do. Go see a shaman for your restlessness. What happened? When you start talking, it's a sign that you don't understand something. The supreme understanding is this moment now, your purest awareness. I didn't just say that we don't talk. Babes, there are people I've talked about this before, and I am dead serious about myself, and I wish that I can get real support from people who appreciate it. I wanted to talk about my life, that it's changing for the better, but it's really hard because I have to do all the work that it takes to get to, first of all, that realignment thing, right? To get alignment. It's not hard, babe. I'm a genuinely creative person. I've lived on only my creativity, my intuition. My music playing, I'm an intuitive music player. I play live, and that's where the performance happens. You're like, Barbie? You sounded just like Eric Clapton. See, when I practice, I'll do that. I will add in a phrase or something that the greats do. See, people don't respect it. Narcissists won't even hear you doing anything unless it's from the mainstream piggy crowd over there, and you hit a lick from Santana that sounds exactly like it. They do a double take, and then all of a sudden they find respect for you, and then they open up into be able to hear your original piece and what's happening in the now. They don't live in the now. They're the ones who's dragging us back. Basically, where do you think we're at now? We are really in the 1920s, and we're just going to repeat the 40s and then the 60s and then the 50s again? No, babes. No more revolutions either. Stop that. Try rebellions. Try your spiral up, people. Hard to tell who is who right now because the people that are being disenfranchised, they're turning into the narcissists. They're unhappy, always complaining, maybe full of an argument, and they're just satisfied with that. They're like, yay. They just, did you find your government job yet? Babe, you're supposed to get out of that. Haven't you ever heard? See, you people are living in fear, you fucking assholes. Didn't you know that was the movement in the 60s? In the 60s, it was big. That's your so-called hippies. See, are you against people who are willing more to drop all of that in the name of just being a better presence to each other on this plane as love? There was a big movement of love in the 60s, right? But guess when it really happened? Why? It's here comes Pluto in Libra in the 70s. I think it was in 1969 that Pluto went into Libra, but no, I think it's more like 72. I'm sorry. Look it up. That's generational value. That's a generation. That's a tearing down of an old whatever was going on with Pluto in Virgo, which is, yeah, that was the time of you want to talk about the baby boomers who they were living on like vinyl and cigarettes or something, right? Pure advertisement, and you put on your fake eyebrows and your pearl necklace, and everybody's. What I'm saying is just it's pure materialism, and do you want that to repeat itself? Why aren't we rising above all of that trash and getting into the technologies, the free energy stuff, and getting back into harmonizing with the earth and the resonance? Really, it's so much more obvious than you don't. No, I didn't just say we turn into roasting meet on a fire next to a cave. No, you know what? I want to hire a team of people to walk around these mountains and start trying to move rocks away or X-ray in, and you will find that it's just a meltdown. But when you go inside, you will find passages that it was a massive structure. You will find statues because there's a park up here and there's several places up here. But really, when you start looking at it like through the mind of a child, through your own third eye that just has an imagination of really, it's not necessarily a child, but you become, if it happens for you, that you just discard everything that you have been told about everything because it's a lie. You don't need to be told something. You need to know that, God, this is hard to talk about. I know I sound stupid to a lot of people because there is a form of communicating, blah, 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 that resonates into you, and it's the most effective kind of communication because it's the kind that it doesn't tell you what you need to hear or what they need to tell you to make you subdued and never see the truth. They tell you what they want, that you need, I'm sorry, I said it wrong. They tell you what that you need to hear, not what you want to hear. They don't do what they want, they do what they need to because it's right. And that is to just start resonation. Don't let your voice cut off. Move it into the heart and just act like you are the truth itself. You don't have to act like it. You go through the experience. You say, no, the sun does this, and when you look, it does the same for everybody. That's what the truth is. It is the same for everybody. See, that's really a controversial thing to pull up. And I get on social media and I say kabloop to blop. In fact, you're going to have to be reminded that you cannot change the truth in accordance to your own reality because you don't have your own reality either. What you're doing, and we understand your efforts to become like you want to be a cool or spiritualist or whatever, but you need to use your language better. That's why I'm here, and that's why real life people who know how to do this are here, because that maybe their parents, particularly, were people who are making breakthroughs through what? Well, did they go through the 60s? Did they hit the tip of Buddhism and like what was trying to sit naked in the sun and go and put a flower inside of the barrel of a gun and say, whatever, do it, kill your mother, all over again. Jesus, was that you? It sure was. Tell them the part when I love you. Okay, boy, if you can't feel that love when somebody genuinely who practices love as a religion, and I tell you the ritual of that religion is sex. You have an organ in the church there, and I'm not even talking about sexual organs, but it's about the heart. The religion is love. The way that one of the best ways, I'm not making this up, to do love making is you have sex. See, if the woman it has an agenda because, well, there's a money game out there, then she's gonna try and turn hate into love. Somehow she is. See, I see an energetic flow. There's the banking. But then if she can pick herself up and say, no, come on. Go ahead, kill me. You're going to kill your mother. You're going to keep doing it. Are they going to keep doing it, Christ? Maybe they're stupid. And then they want a stupider woman there so that they can, where they're really almost, was that me or you? Homo, huh? Huh. Well, how does that happen? I think because here's the story, and this is the truth. When it was seen, when the Catholic Church saw, and see, there was a time on this planet when there wasn't as many people. Because the more people, the more minds that are there, the more confusion that arrives that can't start meditating and saying, oh, no, I love you. And what are we doing today? See, they used to have bells inside of, I don't want to call them churches, because this is before Maybe they were these buildings that were taken over. Because if they were taken over, they were. Because why aren't those bells there anymore? The bells were tuned. Oh my God. It makes me want to cry because this has happened. Because I'm a musician and I love hearing this. I'm sorry, pardon me. That the resonance in those bells, they were tuned to the harmonics of actual music in the air, all of the earth. And I know that my grandma used to tell me, she said, Satan does not like music. Keep playing music, Shauna, because Satan doesn't like it. I know that. When you're playing with music, you're the healthiest person inside and out. That's why you like them. You know, all the musicians, how they're going away now. They're off in the background. You know, you don't really have a hit. Like, you don't just have one name sticking out, say, like Jimmy Page or Jimmy Smith or, you know, whatever, Paco de Lucia. You know, they make albums just with their fucking name, not this fucking cartoon crap babysitting the kids that can't get out of their cellars. Um, Thank you for listening, and I don't want to beg anymore. I want to get what I'm. See, here's another. I'm sorry, I'm jumping away. I had a point to make about music. The bells, the bells. They took them all away, and they made war machines out of them. It's you know, they took copper fixtures off of all of the public buildings. See the copper fixtures, the doorknobs. Copper does not. It kills germs. It kills germs. You should have copper cookware. You should have copper everything really. You should lick copper. You should be wearing copper. You should be taking copper, right? Because it kills nothing of any kind of flu virus or anything can live on it. So if you can imagine, yeah, they had them on the buildings before a certain time. See, and there was a certain time. I don't know what year it was, but I think it was in the 1900s that they went around the mob or somebody and they basically, you know, they changed them out, but they stole all that copper away. And there's where everybody is going to be getting sick more and more. And then, but now I was talking about those beautiful bells. The main word in bell that a sheep or the sheep can say, oh, that's the decoding, and say, yep, we know what that is, because here we are. I am B, 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 E. Put the L down. B. It's, you know, that's what meditators do, real life masters, when they're there to try and bring people into their enlightenment, was just like, you know what, you people are already enlightened. Why are you here? So let's hit a gong, and that fucking thing just goes, and it hangs in the air. And see, by the time, and see, this is the real ritual. Is like, well, the real meditation or beginning to entering into, just reminding you that it's never leaving and it's never gonna it's never born. It's always here now, and welcome to your eternal life. After that gong is done ringing, did you make it to now? What happened? Do we have to put your head inside of the bell and bong? The bells, the church bells, the ones that were hanging in the buildings before they were taken over. I can't imagine the people that lived with that. It was so beautiful that we just don't know that era anymore. We think that we have to work really hard for all of that kind of like luxurious, frou-frou, feminine and masculine. People are looking great and they have like, you know, they are eating grapes. No, just be in resonance with the heavens, which music is here to help us with that. The music, when it's tuned to the 528 and the 432 and the 936 and the right hertzes, that begins to promote growth and healing inside of the body. I mean, I've been working with this for all my life, and if there's anything that you like about my entire being, includes the way to see. Yeah, the reason why I started making these videos, because I think it's good for people from Facebook to get out of their heads and then see like how I actually am here, really, and really I want to get better. I want to pull out of this thing that I have been under this shitty spell for the last 3 or 4 years. And I think all of humanity is observing something. And it's not really that either, but really, see, because we all have an autobiography, and I'm an 11. I'm born as I'm supposed to unfold into, see, I'm an 11. Um, I don't carry that as like this thing, like, oh, I'm like say, well, you're a narcissist, you have yet to reduce yourself down to unself-importance. It's like, no, there is a fucking fine line with that, and watch out for narcissists that are fucking mowing your peaks off. They say, so much for your creative life, you just go get your government job. No, no, nope. Because that, you are just telling everybody to get ugly from the inside out. We're not that. See, some people aren't born from rotten cores. I don't know what to tell you. See, I was about to say, hit like and subscribe, comment. Do you think, have you ran into a faction of people that you feel like that their norm is fucking abuse? It's fucking soul-sucking, fucking moral masochism. For what? They're very money-oriented, right? They're like, they can't really seem to hear you until you start talking about money. They're like, oh, you know, I think I can help you with that. And now there's this self-entitled thing, and it's like, well, see, wanted to talk about it. I woke up this morning, it's like, it's real. And over the last 3 years, 4 years, I had beneficiaries who, they don't really resonate or support me as a person. I don't want to talk about this because it's a delicate subject matter because I'm completely alone, and I have nothing but narcissists saying, yeah, Shauna, because it's your this. It's like, no, it's because you fucking people aren't interested in anything but sucking other people dry. You can't have other people around you unless you have created a codependent draw. You don't know what a real relationship is. This is the thing we're struggling with. Did I tell you about what a real friend is? People don't even know what that is. But look at fucking Facebook over there. And I get so fucking worked up every time I get there when some asshole, especially the men, the way that they talk on it, they're not real. It's hard to tell them that, by the way, you're not real. You have to wake up first. Did you find the religion here is love. And it involves men and women there. There isn't a priest or a pest or a fucking anybody else trying to govern it. It's just that it's hard because the leaders are women. They are the ones that you seek as a man. You want something from her, right? Eventually, I think that this is the truth. I don't want to talk about this right now because I don't think a woman is that interested. I think she's like, then what do you do with this? Like the men that are chasing her, like, Mama never told me there'd be days like this. Well, was I trying to tell you what happened when when it was found out that there were women on this planet who can make safe birth controls? Birth control, see, because they were making sure to make their safe sex. Now, safe sex is what? It's making sex a safe place for her to go. See, if she has anything of value in this planet, on this planet, if she is to value something of herself on this planet, it is, number one, it is to be her sexuality. A woman's sexuality, that's all she has. If she loses that, she loses everything. And that, because she has to be in touch with her body, she gets into her organism, right? She has to be in charge of the organism. Not just now. She's the one. Now, this is the truth. I mean, if you say it to yourself, do men or women have children? Women have children. Men don't. How do see, she has to handle this person that might have a power trip that says, no, I can take you over and I can have 12 children because you don't know how to do birth control. The Roman Catholic Church, which is not a human occupation, it's reptilian. That is the satanic cult that stays killing Jesus forever. It doesn't hold up a fish and say, oh, we got it. A fish is the symbol of Jesus Christ. Gospel. The good news. The good news? You don't have a past. No, you don't even have a future to worry about. How are you? Give us this day. Did you wake up? Now, did you get your food source together? Our daily bread. See, some people think that the prayer goes, forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass us up on us, or whatever. Forgive us as trespassers. No, no, no. You don't forgive trespassers. You set boundaries, and you through vibrational alignment, they come in and out. That you make a border, and it's acknowledged that they are able to be converted into a human being, and then they're welcome into the kingdom of heaven, which is always going to be now. Really, it's just this thing where you have been reborn away from your mind, and you have the mind of a child now. Lest ye be as little children. You won't graduate. You are being held captive by something. It's fear oriented, because something says that no, death is something you need to fear. And any real woman that let's go back to the woman who were practicing birth control methods, and they were very dangerous, because they can just have sex with men and gather up, like they will be having fun. It's lovemaking. See, they can create a lovemaking environment. They can make sure that what they reproduce with, that they have converted it into being a humane presence. That he knows how to push a few buttons and do a certain thing. He knows how to he's smart. See, she does that through her sex. See, sex is the ritual here, and love is the religion. Sex is the higher learning tool that if she is in her power position, and him too, once he learns, or if it's natural, who knows? Once he learns how to please a woman, it's very complicating. I'm not making this up. See, this video is worth money. To me, I'm worth something here. As far as now, I've never had to think about my own self-worth. I know that I'm highly valued. Wherever I go, it's like, it's gold and light. I don't put money I don't think of my own, I don't have struggle with my self-worth until I start thinking about money. How do you put a price on something that says, no, it's not about money. It's about you're waking up and saying, whoa, wait a minute. We are so creative. See, right now I have it to where my hands are tingling. And I know what that is. See, I'm a musician. And I'm a healer. And I'm not being witnessed in 3D reality, babes. You're having probably, you don't know, but we are struggling here on the right on. If there was like a what do they call it when they're fighting a fire? It's the fire line, where it's the real fucking tingle of the spiritual warfare here. It's like, if it hasn't made it to your door, are you lucky enough to be isolated, and you're regrouping and saying, no, I want love in my life. I want my creative life. See, because if I can handle the resources that they are making scarce more and more with their business, their company, their corporation, their association. No organization, really. It's just it's a quick run. It's easy peasy. Just live in denial, follow what money's due, and look how ugly everything is. I'm sorry, I have yet to be impressed with what I'm looking at. If you just know what they're trying to tell you about free energy, and how that your stupid Bible there points at a civilization that once lived in, it's obvious that it's here. See, we only have so much time here. What do you think Christ or any other scientist was trying to do if they figure out, man, the organism here is being hijacked, and it's just doing the fucking stupid clown act. It's like, well, can we snap out of this? And something knows, something's warning us, something says, no, we have to get rid of 3/4 of this, the call. But something says, no, you can't. We're going to hang it in the air, and this is how it's going to look. Fucking, your illness is normal. Getting back to my question in the beginning. Now, not talking about the disease part where everybody has some kind of inflammatory disease or cancer or fucking disorder because they're being poisoned across the board. The inflammatory disease is it's all very spiritual. It's all very spiritually oriented. You can heal yourself. I do it every single day. This is, okay, guys, why is it 35 minutes and somebody coming on here and doing this? It's because I want to keep my right to heal myself, which is to stay in vibrational frequency, a higher vibrational frequency of creation that begins to resonate with the things that you appreciate. Abraham Hicks says, that you get what you want when you are smiling, and that shit smiles back. See, and this is what narcissists need to be informed of. It's like, no, and see, this is what I don't talk about a lot, though, but it's like, no, because the universe is, now it's human. See, you have to be, now it's humane. Approach it humanely. If you think it's people through which you will access the parts of the universe and stuff, like say your abundance or whatever, smile at them. Smile at them, and if they don't smile back, that's not a human being there. You need to watch out. You're not going to be dealing with the universe half the time here. There is something that says they want you fucking dead. Period.